Here's my little test stream. Just making sure everything's working. So I have a lot going on my screen right now. So this is my first time. I'm a little nervous, a little overwhelmed with everything that I got set up right now. So hopefully I get into the flow of things as I work. I wish I can explain this better, but I am working on building my art skills. So I'm working on an old drawing prompt called Chroma Corps by Cynic's Design. And I'm just gonna do all the drawing prompts he created from his first Chroma Corps 2020. I'm just going down the list and so the first prompt is Candy Island. It's an environment prompt. So I'm gonna get used to talking while I actually work. So I'm gonna be doing some environmental studies and my idea is to do I don't even know what I'm on. Okay. I'm nervous. Okay. So everything I have on my computer right now is making my drawing program a little slow. I was worried about that. Only one I draw. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that. I don't want to start this over. My settings are pretty low, so let's see if I could just work through it and just get a basic idea down, and I'll fix it for next time. Just wanted to try streaming, but everything else is working other than my program being slow. But I can get a rough idea out of this, so. So my idea for this first prompt, Candy Island, was to do a chocolate versus candy thing. River. And also do some environmental studies. So I'm gonna make this work. Make this work. At least get a rough idea down. Other than that, everything else is working fine, so happy about that. So I'm gonna start with some regular environments from reference and draw out some of those to get some ideas. Sorry for the slowness, the choppiness. Just gotta work on it and fix the streaming more than anything else, but I'm gonna still try to go for about an hour or two, see if it just fixes itself. I'm gonna try to not be too quiet as I work, but it's just another thing I have to get used to. So I'm working on improving my art and finding my style to work on my personal projects, but studying, I just needed a few ideas. So I just thought this would be a good way to push myself out of my comfort zone. Having something to work on that's not my own ideas, and it's just like a prompt list. And give me something to work on. And then at the same time, if I'm being slow, I just set up my Torbox controller with a whole bunch of new settings that I'm trying to learn. So I'm trying to work on that too, so I can have easy way for shortcuts. But I still have to learn where I put everything. So that's also slowing me down. Everything is just new for me for the new year. And I was trying to make videos, but it was just taking too much time that I didn't have. So I was hoping on streaming to just work on what I wanted to work on and still post. And it's mostly working, but I have to fix a few things. So if I pause to not do anything or draw, I'm looking at a big list of Torbox setting shortcuts that I'm trying to find what I'm looking for without using any of the side buttons, the keys, or I just want to draw and use my other hand to press buttons on the Torbox, but I don't know where anything's at. And it's so slow, I hope it don't crash. I wish I had a little bit of music, but I couldn't figure that out. And I just wanted to start. I wish I could show my reference, but one thing at a time. And my reference is on my phone. I'm like watching the stream from my laptop, and I got just so much going on. Trying to make this work, figure everything out. it's not the pencil I would usually use, or I would use it on a lower opacity, but I'm just trying to make a few things work out and hope it don't get too slow. Environments is something that I don't usually draw, so just a lot of learning new things right now. Figuring things out. I'm gonna add some grayscale colors to try to show what I'm actually making or trying to. Okay. Trying to use all my commands instead of going all around the screen. I have all these settings on shortcuts. I need to use them. find one of my shortcuts. It has a lot of settings, and I don't remember where everything's at. All of the harder ones. I can't find it. It's like right in front of my face. Okay, I can't find it, so moving on. I'm trying to hide the selection layer so it's still selected, but the border is hidden, and I can't find a shortcut for it. That one. So I can still color outside of everything and still be in the lines. It's slow, I know. I'm working through it. So the reference that I'm following, the foreground is dark, the water is the lightest, and then the sky is lighter than that. I know there's a better way to do this, but Now I'm committed. Then I'll make the brush. I'll make the brush bigger. Okay, that was my fault. So let's try to not do that again. But when my brush is big, it lags a little more. I get a little less, so that's good. I'm trying to keep talking, but I don't really have nothing to talk about. Or I can't really like talk and work at the same time. Or think and work at the same time. I can't think of what to talk about while I'm figuring this out. I'll get better. Because right now I'm learning, I'm basically teaching myself, so I'm figuring out, like learning as I go and taking note of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I'm just trying to I lost my words, but I'm trying to take in everything I'm doing for a reason just rather than just copying. And I'm also thinking about what this would turn into if I was to make it into something finished. I'm gonna start putting some of the light into it. Do I wanna put it on a separate layer? Probably. I'm gonna put it on one layer. make my brush bigger. That's a problem that I have, because I like feeling like it's traditional. So I'm like coloring it in, but it's not a fast way to work. That's better. I'm gonna try to talk through what I'm doing. I'm not used to it, but it's quiet even for me. So I'm just copying the reference, the lighting, the depth of the picture. I'm trying to get it, but I don't think I am. There's so much detail in the reference. Some of this is like lit up, but not just white like this. I turned up my sound a bit because I speak low and I don't want to yell. I'm just getting started, so I'm not really loose. I'm very tense, and so it's going really slow. I'm thinking about probably things that I shouldn't be thinking about, so it's making it a little slower when it's like just a quick study. It's like right here. Right here. This was probably not the best picture to start on. I think that's a little better. I hope my sound isn't too loud. I know you could hear like the pencil sketch while I'm drawing and the clicks on my chart box that I prefer to have on. But it was quiet. It was real quiet, so Mm. So this side is kind of in shadow. The light is coming from here, and this is the sky. So I'm trying to make that work. So I'm not sure how the lag is for the stream. It's getting a little better for me, but I'm not sure how the stream is going. So this part is dark, other than the light that's hitting it, and I don't know how to show that because I didn't draw enough of the planes to make it look like the reference. Okay, that's the first one. I'm gonna do another one because I'm not liking it. So for this one, I'm trying to use my shortcuts on my toolbox. Just taking me longer. trying to find it. Should be on my settings. Okay, I had it. There you go. It's like I wrote it out different from what it is on the Clip Studio settings. Sketching is where I really noticed the lag, like trying to just sketch fast. The lag hits. I don't know how it is on the stream. So the stream is just like popping up. Ooh, what is that? It's messing up. And I don't know if that's my laptop or if that's the stream or if that's what it is. Okay, so for this, my reference is like floating islands, which I'm gonna just practice. The boxes are messing me up a little bit, but I'm trying to keep within the thumbnail. I'll lighten them. Mm-hmm. 50%. So if I do draw out of the line, so I also wanted to talk about the setting of my streams, how often I plan on streaming, and what I plan on streaming. I probably should have at least started talking about that earlier. But other than a few jumps in my streams from what I'm seeing of how it's just displaying on the stream. But what I want to do is I named this a productivity stream because I just want to work on what I'm working on while also not having to upload and edit videos and film videos, and this just seems like a faster way to do both. So I called it a productivity stream because I'm currently have a day off, so I just wanted to try out practice streaming and get the setup going. But on my days off, I wanted to stream for more hours than I'm able to stream on my days off. I mean, on my working days. But I still want to stream during the days I work for a few hours at least, because I'm always working on something. I come in from work and I get on my computer and I start working. I can't talk and draw at the same time, but I start working and I get at the very least like 3 hours. I'm gonna get rid of this border. So I work for about 3 hours from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I try to get something done, but more than just drawing, I also write. If you see my first video, I also am working on a story that I'm writing, and I'm currently in the editing phase, cleaning up my zero draft and working on a story. And I just want to put some out there, but I don't have any finished work to post. So while I'm working on it, I would like to show what I'm doing, talk about what I'm doing. And filming, I was just having a hard time doing everything at once. So I'm like, let me try streaming and I can talk about what I'm working on while I'm working on it, get the thoughts out of my head as they're coming, even though I'm clearly gonna have to work on talking and working at the same time, because usually I'm just by myself, quiet. It's saving on its own. So I usually try to write for an hour and a half, and then I move on to drawing. That's probably not as productive as I could be, but sometimes after I'm done writing, or I only have a capacity to write or edit right now for a few hours, and then I start slowing down. So I move on to drawing and try to get something done within that time. I have a few drawing projects that I want to work on, but I'm not at where I would like to be in my art. So this is why I was looking at some online courses of studying and practicing and taking some classes, but I can't put my money in that. It's not that I can't afford it, but that's not where I should be putting my money at the moment. So I decided to do this instead. It gives me a direction of what to work on, which is a drawing prompt of something I wouldn't even think. I know I have to work on my environments, my backgrounds, my a little bit of everything really. I want to find a style that works for me and what I would want my art to look like. And I'm thinking, and trying to get things working. So I want to not work on any finished products where I don't even like how my art looks at the moment. So I need to practice, and I was having a hard time thinking of what to draw, and if it was something if it was my own project that I was working on, I wouldn't like it. And just making your own project not look how you think it should look is discouraging. So I wanted to work on something that I wouldn't be so invested in, and just practice, sketch, and work on all the things that I need to improve on. So I decided to do this. I wanted to document my progress. So I wanted to create videos and put my work out there. And at the same time, I wanted to, my computer is annoying me. I'm annoyed. But at the same time, I wanted to get some work done and not wait until everything's perfect, which would take who knows how long. So this is what I'm doing. As I work on my projects, I will share it and stream instead of creating videos, because I was also having to film, edit, upload, record the voiceover, which I am not that great at speaking into a mic with nothing to say, as you can tell. So I'm just working on a lot of new things and pushing myself out of my comfort zone to start to learn, to improve, and not feel stuck where I'm at. And when I get discouraged, I take breaks that last far longer than they should. And when things don't work out, like my program lagging or things taking longer than I think that they should, I take a break and things don't get done. So I'm actually enjoying myself doing this, streaming and working, and just feel like I'm making progress. And I'll fix the problem as they come. So I'll look into what's not working right now as far as my streaming setup goes, which is really just a lag and I don't know why, but I'll fix some settings and I'll come back to stream some more, because I'm actually having fun. And I can work on working and talking at the same time, learning and teaching myself while trying to talk to myself, really. So, real quick, the idea I have for this one would be chocolate versus candies, so with a river in between. That was this first little thing that I had no idea what I was doing. And then so I found something with a river in between. I like the lighting, and I was thinking that the back would be the candy, the front, which is dark, would be the chocolate. Just ideas of the actual prompt while I am studying the environment. So right here, I'm just talking out loud or thinking out loud. I'm thinking one or the other on the top and the other on the bottom, just to have that contrast, and it will likely be pink and brown, and just have that work. I know that I take far too long on projects. That's another thing I want to work on, is finishing things, because I do start things and then I don't like them and I stop and work on something else. Like I just did here, it wasn't working. If I would have put more time into it, I could have made it work, but I just stopped in the middle where nothing's done and nothing is learned. But I needed to start over and work on something else. So that's something I need to improve on. Like right now I'm stuck. My tour box is working sometimes, other times not, and I don't know why. Yeah, so I'm gonna stream for, I'll probably stream till 4 o'clock, 10 minutes, and I'll fix it and come back another day, which I have a busy few work days coming up. I'm gonna try to start my actual streaming schedule on Monday, and I'll have workdays hours when I'm only streaming for 3-ish hours, and then I'll have my days off if nothing has to be done. I'll stream for 4 to 8 hours, hopefully 8, and it will be a mixture of drawing streams and writing streams. So I'm stuck again with this sketch that I should make more detail. I'm getting the hang of my tour box. It takes a little getting used to for a few minutes, and then at least a few settings I know off the top of my head, as long as it works properly. But that's mainly my computer being slow because there's so much on my, it's not even a lot. I have OBS, I have YouTube open to check on the stream, and I have my drawing program on. So I gotta see what's causing, or what I can do to fix some of this lag. That's not getting a better computer just yet. I need to get a better system going for digital painting to make it faster. I don't have this problem when I'm not streaming, so I also need to sketch faster, draw faster, put down ideas faster. I'm loosely going off the reference. Probably doesn't help, but this is one of the main reasons I need to make finished artwork, just to improve my skills, and stopping at this won't help me make finished pieces, so I really need to work on that. But I can't see nothing more out of this that I want to spend time on right now. I'm just trying to get the idea out, or at least get some practice in, get some studying in before I come up with an idea for the prompt and finish it like that. Sorry, I'm focused now because I'm seeing something out of this. Okay, I'll stop at 4:30 because I have an early morning tomorrow, so I need to go to bed early, finish doing other stuff, and go to bed early. So hopefully this works out. I'm enjoying myself. I gotta fix whatever's wrong with the quality, but other than that, I'm happy with actually putting myself out there, putting my work out there. I've been holding off on even starting because I wanted to stream. Once I realized making videos wasn't gonna work or take up too much time to work for me, so I'm gonna lighten this up all the way. So I'm happy that I enjoy this. I'm getting better. I'm not as nervous as when I started, and I'll be happy to start another stream and do this again. I'm gonna go back and rewatch the stream because hopefully it saves because I didn't record this. Hopefully it just works itself out. So for the next stream, I'm hoping to fix the lag for one, and have some music so it's not as quiet and I don't have to fill up the space. Because I can't even use a large brush. Without it lagging on my end even more. Because I know the stream is a bit laggy already. Blend it a bit better. I don't know how to blend digitally. Oops, I meant to do that on a separate layer from the clouds. That works. That's not what I meant. I wanted to paint, but the blending tool works too, kind of. Put the clouds back. I like this brush a lot. I haven't been doing anything really other than like planning out what I'm gonna do, so I'm like starting over from what I know I improved from. And I had really long breaks, but I improved, but I don't like my style. So I'm older, so what I know that I'm not where I want to be with my drawing skills, with my style for what I want to create for finished products and my personal projects. So I have to learn what I already know, what I already knew. I have to relearn, and then I have to learn new things that I didn't get to. So I know how to draw, but I don't know how to draw digitally. I can draw a person, but there'll probably be many mistakes, and I want to go on a bit of a fast track of fixing that. I don't think it'll work that way, but I'm starting and I'm working on it, so I'm giving myself credit for that. And it like works a little bit, but again, I'm stuck at that without, you know, making it larger and putting more detail into just the thumbnail. I have about 15 more minutes. I need to keep track of the time because I'm gonna just stop it at 4:30 and then I'll be back on most likely Monday once my hectic work is back to normal. It's a bit hectic right now, so once that go back to normal, I'll be streaming regularly. I'm not exactly sure when, but I know it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is like where I'm able to stream, or when I usually get my work in, writing and drawing, and on my days off I'll try to stream for 4 to 8 hours and get some work done. I can't really start another one. So these are really like basic, like there's no details whatsoever. I'm learning as I go. I'm working things out and I'm basically teaching myself. Can I do another one in 15 minutes? I will start. So I'm learning so many new things at once. Streaming, I'm learning the program that I know on a basic level, but I haven't even gotten this far to know what brushes I like. Far from sketching, I am learning this new technique, drawing environments, while I'm working on building this project, which is finishing a painting. So finishing this prompt out to a full painting of Candy Island, making a finished painting of that, and working on environments. So a lot of new things I'm working on. So that's the floating island idea. Oh, yeah, let's do a scenery, I guess. A door within a door, a walkway. I cannot keep within this more small boundary that I set for myself. So I'm gonna draw and scale it down and then draw some more. That's the complete wrong angle. So I hope you like watching my progress as I work through a little bit of everything to do all the things that I would like to do with my life, do with myself, do with my creativity. So I am writing a story right now, as well as drawing. I'm trying to improve my drawing skills so I can turn my novel into a graphic novel, comic, webtoon, manga, whatever you want to call it. So before I do that and rage quit because I don't like my drawing style, I need to practice first. And this is just a bit of accountability. So this is a bit of accountability for me to put myself out there to make sure I'm working on the things I need to work on. I need to go out of this thumbnail box that I gave myself. It's so weird when you can't make out something that you see right in front of you. So this is a brick wall and a archway through the brick wall into it's still outside, but there's some stairs right here. But I'm supposed to be making an island. Not really a scenery. I can't even think of how I would make this into candy related. These are not clouds, they're foliage, but I just need to get the idea down because I'm like losing it. So I need to get a sketch down. But the sketching fast part is where it starts to go off. Bricks and perspective, that's fun. Oh, let me scribble in the details, like literal details. That's not the worst perspective I've ever done. There's a window-ish. Really? It's like a boarded up window. Push under it. This is the floor. Those should be getting smaller. This is a bush. bush. This is also a bush with some flowers, but it's light. The scribble is me, but it's also not me because it's lagging. So it's 4:31. So I will do some more of this. Most likely Monday. I'll be back with a proper stream, a regular streaming schedule, and work on finishing some artwork. There will also be writing streams in there. So I'm going to call it for now. I will fix anything that I can by the next time I come back to stream, and this is what I got done. Not much, but it's a start, and I will see y'all on Monday or another day, and we'll be working on a few things, and I will get better at this. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.